Hey, what's up, Bobcat Nation? This is Coach Grayson. For you corners and DBs, I got 4 drills here that I want to go with you, and my son Malachi is going to help demonstrate. The first drill is called the lateral shuffle drill. Okay, what we're going to do is Malachi's going to be the receiver. He's going to go into the square and box, and he's going to try to get past me. As a DB, I'm trying to stay square, and then whenever I tell him to go and he tries to release down the field, I'm still going to stay square while he tries to tag me, and then I'm just going to try to collision and get him off his route. Okay, we're going to demonstrate the drill for you real quick. Ready? Go. All right, release. Good. All right, do one more time. One more time. Good. All right, ready? Sit down. Release. Ooh, good job. Good job. My son out here saucing. Now, my turn. My turn. All right, ready? Yeah. One, two. All right, one more time. One more time. All right, ready? Again. Good. One more time. Good. Good job. All right. Good job. That's the first one. All right, so that's just the demonstration of the drill. You just set up some cones where the receiver goes for about 3 seconds, then you command for release, and then the receiver tries to get downfield to release past the defender. And the defender's trying to stay square. First, get a jam and collision before you even turn your body. Stay square for the first 5 yards. This is a good press jam drill for you to collision and disrupt the timing of the receiver for the first 5 yards without turning and running. Okay, this is called the lateral drill. The next drill is called the tempo drill. It's really good for the back pedal and trying to stay in your back pedal as long as possible before you have to change directions, turn your hips or anything. Every drill that I'm showing you today, we're trying to teach you to stay square as long as possible and then also use disruptive hands. I call it being very destructive with your hands, okay? You gotta be very, very violent with your hands. You gotta use your hands as weapons. So when I say a collision, I mean, we're using your hands to collision and disrupt the timing of the receiver and get him off his route by destroying the timing, okay? So I call that violent hands. So these next 2 drills go hand in hand. This first part is the tempo drill. The receiver stays in a straight line, okay? You can, when you're first starting out, you can go slow and then work to full speed. But the defender is trying to keep his cushion and he's trying to stay square as long as possible. So the first one, the receiver is just going to stay in a straight line. If the receiver eats up the defender's cushion, then the receiver will get a collision with his hand and then work to a forearm to ride hit to his near hip. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the drills real quick with my son. All right, go over there. All right, now we're going to go full speed. Go ahead and go full speed. Straight line, straight line. Right, no. Good. All right, my turn. Ready to go. Ready to go. Collision and good. One more time. Remember, get your hand on me first and then forward. Okay? Ready? And forward. Look, I'll do it again. Do it again. Remember, collision it with your hand and then work to the forearm. Okay? Ready? Go. Hand, not forearm. Good. Good right. Good right. Good job. All right. Here we go. Hold it. Now we're going to top of the route. Top of the route. Now we're just going to do the tempo drill with the top of the route. So the receiver is going to run straight line for at least 5 yards, and then he's going to do a cut. An in cut, an out cut, a comeback curl, something within, 15 to 12 yards. It's not just going to be a straight line for a tempo drill. This one's the tempo drill with the top of the route from the receiver. All right, so make sure you cut before you outside there. Good, good, good. Here we go. All right, full speed. Ready? Here we go. All right, here we go. Do it full speed again. Come on. Good. Anything you want. Good. My turn. My turn. All right. Remember, put your hand on me. Good, good, good. Right to near hip. Collision. Try to stay low. Ready? Collision. Right. Good. Not bad. Not bad. Ready? Collision. Stay on me. Try to stay as close as possible. Good. Good job. Good job. All right. Those were the tempo drills with top of the route. Those are really good. The last one is the fit up drill, which a lot of you DBs know. I call it body through a body. Okay, so we're going to put the DB at a disadvantage. The receiver is going to be close to the hash mark. He's going to try to run to the sideline. The receiver's job is once he crosses the DB's hip, he's going to try to stack him to make sure the DB's behind him. Okay, and that's what the receiver's job is trying to do. Give yourself a chance to catch a ball from the quarterback and have room to catch it and score. The DB, his job is to force him as close to the sideline as possible and not have the receiver have a chance to catch the ball, okay? Our main job as a defender is to make sure that a receiver cannot make a play with a catch or allow him to block you. So we got to eliminate the receiver when we're on the field as a DB. This drill is encompasses everything that we just now learned, but this is called the fit up drill, okay? So the receiver is on towards the sideline and the DB is close towards the middle of the field. And what I'm trying to do is force the receiver out of bounds. If the receiver crosses my hip, okay, then he needs to stack me. If I am the DB and I try to beat the receiver to the sideline, the receiver needs to undercut me and run a slant route, okay? So this teaches you to be patient, collision, and jam them out of bounds as much as you can and ride to the near hip, or not get too aggressive and let the receiver undercut you because you try to beat him to the spot, okay? So we're gonna just demonstrate some drills for you with the fit up drill and body through a body. That's basically what I'm trying to say with this drill is you wanna get, the DB needs to get a body through a body, okay? All right. Now this is what happens when the receiver stacks the defender. I didn't get a hand on, and I allowed the receiver just to go and run any route he wanted to. I'm going to try to run a fade route, and I'm going to try to beat you to that spot. I want you to come over. Good. All right. That's what happens if you try to not get your hands on with the violent hands and reroute the receiver. If you don't do that and still try to beat him to the spot, he's going to undercut you and he's going to score. Okay. There you go. Good. All right, here we go. Next. Do whatever you can. Go. Good, good, good. Right there. Raise it up. Good, good, good. Now, what my son did, he did a pretty good job. Once you get fit up and you know the receiver has a limited space to get open, then you can look back for the ball. Once that you know that you have the receiver in a position where you have the advantage. Look back for the ball. Good, good, good. Keep running. Now I need you to get your body into me more, okay? Okay. Okay. Don't let me get away. Look at me the whole time. Look at me. Ready to go? Good, good, good. Now get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Good, 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 good. Nice and good. That's perfect. Perfect. Good. All right. Good job. Come over here. All right, those are 4 drills that I was excited to show you. And here's my son, Malachi. Come on, Malachi. Tell him thank you for coming and demonstrating. Hey, Bobcat Nation, peace out.